Welcome to the channel rather dubiously called Rufioh. I'm the best Yugituber in my street, a very average player who uses this platform to trick you into thinking I'm good at and capable of playing Yu-Gi-Oh on any kind of level at all. Before we get started, why don't you hit subscribe for me, even if it's not because you secretly enjoy bad content, but because you pity me. I need every bit of help I can get. Hi guys, Joe here from Rufioh with the ever famous Jamiethekid00. Shows up more on my channel.
Actual name today.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, we'll go back to Jimmy. Doesn't last that long. Notably, shows up more on my channel than his own, especially these days.
It's easier to appear on your channel. Though.
Yeah, you don't have to do any work. Just keep topping. Give me. That's it.
Keep topping. Start topping.
Start topping. That'll do. So we're at Cardiff, your favourite place to top.
Yeah, it's like the only place I can top. I think I've topped every Cardiff Regionals I've entered since 2012, except for one.
Yeah, so you just rock up here once a season, get your invite.
Legit, you'll enjoy that. I'm just gonna get rid of this because I don't need to flex.
Yeah, we got it.
You'll enjoy the story in this. Every time I come here, I play something wacky that I don't test. I was traveling down here with a Lunalight Black Garden OTK, and I drive electric, and I had to charge my car for 40 minutes before I could then travel on to where I was going to stay. And in that time, I went, I don't want to play this anymore. I hear Orcust is kind of good, and I sat in my car with the box in the passenger seat, building this. The first game I've ever played with Sky Striker Orcust was round 1 of this event.
So it's worked out quite nicely then.
The deck's insane. I don't even know how to play this. I don't need a brain to play it.
it plays itself, really, doesn't it?
Does.
Like you've got so much utility.
It's so forgiving. No, it's not forgiving, but like the amount of advantage you make. Like you can make so many mistakes. Because I did. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And here I am.
And it works out quite nicely.
Place. I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Cool. Right, let's get stuck into the profile, shall we?
Yeah. So this is kind of fairly plain Jane, but there's like a few funny things we can go through.
Like not bringing the right cards to the tournament.
Yeah, we'll get to that. It's pretty close to the top of the deck. So starting us off, we have the kind of the normal summons of the deck. Everyone talks about it in their profiles that they're like, this is the perfect number. It's kind of right. 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 Dark Grepher. Yeah. And I played 2 Scrap Recyclers. Now the reason for this was I had Scrap Recyclers in that box of cards on my passenger seat, but I didn't have Mathematicians. And I didn't give myself enough time at the event to find Mathematicians this morning. So I had to just play these, and it was horrendous. Like it came up a fair couple of times in a couple of brick game states in the mirror. Like I got this attacked over by a Mathematician, and I was like, should have been Mathematician.
Should have been bigger.
Come on! And it should have given me a draw. This was useless. I didn't even play Scrap Wyvern. I don't know the combo. I don't have Scrap Golem. But
make up as you go along.
That was those. For the Orcust component, this is super plain Jane. So it's the 3 Harp Horror.
Yep.
The 2 Nightmare. I feel like a 3rd is way too many. Like it didn't come up, but like I focus on recycling this quite a lot, so it wasn't too much of an issue. 2 Symbol Skeleton. I'm so happy this has come out in Super. It's so gorgeous, and I don't like brick draw it in my hand every game anymore.
Yep.
1 World Wand. This is another story. This needs to be an ulti so that I don't draw it anymore. 1 Brass Bombard, which I don't think I used this this effect at all across the event, but it was like the clutch normal summon to make to make so many Orcust plays when I had like my Sky Striker package and things like that. So that's and I guess the Gizmek. Thank you for including that.
Just hopped out for you
as I drop it. Yeah, like again, this was like okay. It was more that like people lost to the fear of it rather than me actually summoning it. I think I summoned it.
It's because it can be such like a bonkers card.
Yeah,
right?
No word of a lie. I think I summoned it twice. That's mainly because when the Boral Sword hit the field, they scooped because they were like, "You've got Gizmek, right?"
Yeah.
Like it was more there so that I could answer yes to said question and then flash it at them and kind of lost. Then I played hand traps. I didn't have enough of every hand trap to go around, so I'm playing the 3 Ash Blossom.
Not even good ones.
Yeah, I wanted to play Phantasme, but I don't have them, and no one had them to loan me.
That's normally my job.
So I didn't have enough DD Crows, so I played 1 Ghost Bell and 1 DD Crow. I wanted to play 3 Crows. I ended up playing 2 Ghost Bell and 1 Crow, and the 2 Ghost Bell was awful, so I took 1 out and put a 3rd Impermanence in. And that was enough. I never resolved this. I resolved this once. This was really good, which is surprising. I normally hate Ash. But
it's like you kind of need it though.
This deck is so full of 1-card plays and 2-card plays, you can afford to have 3 dead cards that are just hand traps.
Yeah.
Like that's the monster lineup. It's super standard if you're like useless like me and don't have actual Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Even though you're the man who has like everything.
Everything that you don't need, but nothing that
like
you do.
I have so much tap, but just not Mathmen. Spells. 1 Foolish Burial. It's common because my Super 1 fails every deck check I take it to. 1 Upstart Goblin.
Yep.
1 Reinforcement of the Army because have you read Armageddon Night? One Orchestrated Babel because honestly I'm tempted to play 2 because when it gets Cosmic Cyclone, it makes my penis become the small penis. It's big sad
shrinkage,
biggest sad energy. And then 2 Cosmic Cyclones because what did I just say? Like, a lot of people ask why this isn't Twin Twister. I'm really bad with my resources. I'm very stupid. So I'm already throwing away cards from my hand. You think I have a spare card for Twin Twister? You're completely wrong. Also, Dinkius use a card. I want that Crescendo. I want that Babel gone.
Yeah. For sure.
End of story. Then for the draw engine, I played 2 Orchestrated Return because 3 bricks, and this happened to my opponents that were playing 3. 2 is enough, you're going to find it when you need it, and chances are if you've already got an Orcust in your hand, you're probably in a good position because you play Barricade Board Blocker because you're not an idiot. Like, again, like this deck was built from common sense. It's not really like.
Is that a thing at your opponent that played Dark Lord?
No, genuinely, no. Genuinely not. His deck was insane. But like, if you kind of contemplate, where does this come up? Oh yeah, when I've got an Orcust, and I'm probably already going to get it into grave, or I'm normal summoning it. So this is only good in a kind of goodish game state anyway. And it fixes maybe that 10% brick. So
completely.
Yeah, I feel like 3 is flawed. 3 is cool, but it's a once per turn clause. However, something you should be playing 3 of is Allure of Darkness. Because best case scenario, it's draw 2 and banish a useless card. And then the other best case scenario, which is how I used it more often than not, is you go, I've got 2 Allures and an Engage in my hand and no other plays. I'm just going to set my whole hand, Allure, of course we're going to whiff. We're going to draw 2 spells. We're going to Allure, and then those 2 spells are going to go to the graveyard, and then our Engage is live. It happened about 3 times across the event, and I just scumbag.
Big brain out of stupidity somehow.
Such colossal cranium energy. So, like, that was what Allure was there for. Not dark monsters, discarding your spells. Speaking of the Sky Striker stuff, 3 Engage. This is like.
Card's getting fucked.
Is it like, can I call it like my retard policy? Like when I have just like, when my brain is just like,
you just go, engage.
Yeah, I'm just like, engage. Oh, summon monsters. Oh, hang on, I've drawn 2. Free advantage. You know those 2 cards I said that I piss away that I never have for Twin Twister? How I get them back? Oh, that's so good. Wait, what do you mean if I already draw part of my engine, I get free traps as well? I get to take your monsters when I've like missed a monster for my combo. I get to take your monsters when I've missed a monster for my combo. And I get an extra monster when I forget to set up something in grave for Bomber Dragon. Like, these are all things that happened. I'm like, oh, I can't do my combo to OTK you. Wait a minute, I can have that monster, or I can take one from your grave, or hang on a minute, let's just have a doodad and like make something. Genuinely, it like all of the memes aside, this makes so many like semi-winnable hands absolute blowout. It's ridiculous. I'm being very flippant, but these are all things that came up because like I didn't practice, I didn't prepare, I just kind of bumbled my way through the event. Then for the traps, 3 impermanents. And 1 Crescendo, I still draw this like it's going out of fashion, which is good when your hand is good, it's horrendous when your hand is bad. So this was mixed. These are always insane.
Yep.
So that brings me to the end of the main deck. Nothing too special about it. Extra deck is super standard as well. It's the 2 Dingirsu for the Link monsters. I'm not playing Dweller or any of those hot techs that some people are about. For the Links, I'm probably going to sneeze in a second.
Himmelsjäger Ass.
Himmelsjäger Ass. Kagali. Ja.
Sure.
Albanbrita Phoenix. Und Einhorn.
Just so you know, if you guys are actually trying to find what any of these cards are, good luck, because none of them are ever English.
Yeah. The Nightmare package, you need to play it.
Pretty standard.
Barricade Board Blocker, because when you're going first, you can't use these to discard cards and get actual advantage. So, you know, Orcust is so good, you can just throw cards in the graveyard. Who cares? And this is like clutch for like getting random continuous spells back, which we play a lot. It used to be really good in my Black Garden deck that I was going to play for the event. And then 1 IP Masquerader because this card is bonkers. Oh my goodness. This is the whole reason I wanted to play the deck. I was like, wait, what do you mean I can make topologic cards
during that turn?
Whee! And they can't die unless my battle. They're huge. That's why I played it. Like, insane.
It works.
For the continuation of the Orcust package,
sure.
3 Galatea. I think you still need to play 3. A few people are talking about 2. But 3 really just comes up far too often, and it's what gives you such a good late game. The amount of recursion and recycling this gives you is bananas.
Get stuck in the grind, that sort of stuff's going to
yeah,
out a little
like
bit.
Whenever you're like grinding, especially against...
Or like if you're really bad with resources.
yeah, there you go. It's more like Jamie's an idiot, let me fix that for you.
Yeah, that'll do.
And then more like resource fixing slash like sending cards
Long
for free. Longest boy.
It's long, isn't it?
It's very long.
It's lanky.
And then the topologic package, Trisbania, rounds 1 through 3 were won single-handedly by this. This wins you a lot of games in time, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Like just like, oh, you've got a random setback where you set to like bluff me because you have 2 minutes left on your turn.
Yeah.
Let's just make Trisbania and blow your stuff away. Zero Boros, really good card in theory. I need to learn how to use this more effectively because every single situation I probably should have made this in. I had far too much background because I'm Sky Striker packaging, and I made this instead. This was bonkers, and it's probably because I'm so used to it from the old combo, where you used to just open this. I can't remember the context of how you make it. But like
If it works, it works.
It was the old bomber combo where we stopped doing the crescendo play, and then
win button.
Yeah. I only made this once.
Yeah, but it's one of them, like, you see the opportunity, right? And you
Exactly that. And there was a lot of situations where people are like, you have link 4 value on field and it gives back engrave, I'ma just pick up. So that was that. Side deck I felt good about, but again, it was like theory crafted against stuff that I just didn't want to play against rather than like matchups. And is the camera alive? You're looking at it.
Yeah, we're all good.
Six. So 3 artifact Lancia. Some people raise their eyebrows at this. It says you don't lose that turn in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, and then like it has cool interactions against like Called by the Graves and things like that. Like, shut up, Siri. Talking to you. 3 Pancratops, because it lets you go second when you really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like I went second in a lot of weird interactions where I'm just like, I'm gonna slam this big dinosaur.
There's some games where you just know that you like win if your opponent can't play first, right?
Y'all like wrestling? Like we got wrestle. 1 jamming waves, because I kind of liked this in the space that Twin Twister would have occupied.
Yeah.
And it lets you Hail Mary back row, which is where I prefer using Twin Twister rather than Cosmic. I like to use Cosmic more surgically. Lets you Hail Mary, and if you're far enough ahead, because you've probably searched it off of Engage, which you've used twice, you can probably just pop a free monster, which gets you that much closer to the OTK.
Yeah.
I played 3 Dark Ruler no more because I couldn't be asked to like rack my brain working my way through complex boards with like Thunder Dragon and Pendulum. I just kind of wanted to like, I don't care, just Bomber Dragon, pass. Like,
you don't want to have to think.
It was like, I'm old now. I'm used to just summoning 2 Saber
Your IQ is rapidly depleting.
Yeah, like I was losing to Gores in 2012. You don't have time for like all of the extra like FA Dragster, Colossus. You can't see me rubbing my face, but I'm like, ugh. 3 red reboot because like Altergeist just makes me miserable.
Rota New Start, you mean?
Stop it. And then 2 evenly matched because lol, like end of battle phase, boy. The amount of times you could have this, and you just have like 1 random monster and they stick over it because you bricked, and then you just like, lol. That's a nice board. That's a nice board you had there. So like, it's loads of this is just chump cards that say make Boral Sword sooner than you probably should have or win. But either way, guys, that's probably everything I need to go through.
Yes,
Any closing remarks, Rufioh?
No. Well, thank you very much again for topping and getting me that premium content. Free effort.
Did it for me and all. Like,
did it for you and all.
I kind of wanted my invite.
Yeah. It's a surefire way is just turn up at Cardiff, apparently.
I need more cat bats in my life. Come on now.
Didn't you buy the last one? Now
you're
winning them.
But like, no, it's like such a bad. That was the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals.
You've lost out. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe.
Please do.
See you in the next one. Any shout-outs actually quickly before we go?
Epstein didn't kill himself.
You're gonna make me do the obligatory Manascrew.
Let's do it.
Like, even though like, I'd like to say shout out to Manascrew for like giving me testing space, but like all of the testing I did at Mark's Locals, I threw out the window. So like, thanks for nothing, I guess. But cheers, Manascrew. Cheers for giving me a platform Rufioh to spout with us.
Very, very welcome.
And big shout out to Firestorm Games. Fantastic venue for all things wargaming and card gaming.
Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the garbage content I put together for you enough to hit subscribe and maybe even drop a thumbs up and a comment. Before you go, be sure to check out the links in the description to help support the people who are making this channel a possibility. Thanks again for checking in, and I'll see you in the next one.